We are not in the information age anymore. We have got to this point where there's so much information readily available. In fact, you could Google anything right now. You could Google the life cycle of like sea anemones. You can find anything you want at literally the drop of a dime. And the reality is we all, for a long period of time, assume that information is going to be the game changer. And yes, data can be for big businesses and corporations to figure out what you do and how it works. I get that. But for you to succeed, information is not the limiting factor. In fact, I believe that for a lot of us, we are transferring into what's called the execution age. And today we're going to talk about the top 5 reasons why you are not executing in the execution age. Because if we were just relying upon success based on being information, we would all be successful. But if I'm being real, like I know you probably have some kind of course that has not been opened or completed. I know you have a book that's not been read. You have an event you went to, you took notes at that you came home and haven't even opened the notebook since you went. There's a lot of things that you're not doing, and so the onus is not on the information, it's on the execution of the information. If you just did if you did 5% of what you know to do, you'd increase your success exponentially. But you don't do it. You're in this realm of what we call the execution age, which is those who succeed, take the information they have and finally execute on it. Those are the people who will win, but most people can't do it. And there's a lot of reasons why. We're going to talk about 5 right now. Number 1 reason why you're not executing in the execution age is your goal is not specific enough. You look on social media, there's a lot of cool things up there, right? There's all these guys and these girls with cool clothes and they're taking trips and they're doing all these different things and they're in Bali and partying. I get it. It looks like a lot of fun. I understand that. And you go, I want to have a life that they're living. With the life they're living, you can't just say, I want to have that life they're living. It's not even clear. It's not even a specific goal. Because that could be many different things. They could be looking great on this aspect of where they're taking a trip, but behind the scenes hate themselves. And their parents might hate them. Their kids might hate them. They might not even have friendships. They feel close to people. They might be broke and you don't even know it, right? The idea is you got to be specific with your goal because then you can move towards it. Most people's issue with executing is there's not a specific reason why I have to execute. I haven't got it rooted down so clear that I can emotionally connect to it. So if I'm talking about I want to live the life there, I may say, you know what, I want to be able to take a vacation once a month for a week. That's more specific, right? I want to have X amount of dollars so I can buy this house and pay it off in X amount of years. Now that's specific. I can emotionally connect to that. And the reason it's important is because when we look at moving and taking the action towards something, there's going to be this natural barrier to wanting to take the action. It's going to be hard to take that action. But if I have a clear reason as to why I'm doing it, I can talk myself into it better because I can emotionally attach myself to something I can see, taste, touch, and experience in my head. There's these studies that were done that took people and they put them in cars. And they'd have a person get into a car, right? Like steering wheel, seat, sit in the car, buckle in, hit the gas, they'd have them drive. And they would measure the brain frequency and the brain activity. And then what they would do is take them out of that setting. At a different point in time, they would actually attach the same diodes. They'd have them close their eyes, and they would have them think through, and they'd talk in words that elicited the same thought of grabbing the steering wheel, sitting in that nice, comfortable brown seat, and hitting the gas. And then when you hit the gas, you feel the weight of the car take place, and the G-force and acceleration. You feel your heart rate rise. And they did that, and they noticed, if not the same, incredibly similar brain activity, which told them that the brain could picture this and visualize this. Now think about it. When your brain can visually see something, it's specific enough to see, taste, touch, and feel. When you're living your life and moving and it's going towards execution, you have a different sense of connection to making that thing take place. A different drive, a different effort push. When I was a kid, man, I would have this like, I want that toy, and I would perseverate, they call it, over it. Nothing else mattered but that thing. I got to get that thing. I would fight to get it because I knew specifically what it was. So for you, if you want to execute, first thing is have a specific goal. Don't have this a random thing that you want to do. Know what it is so clearly that you can tell it to somebody else and they can tell it to somebody else without mixing up any words. Think about that. Can you tell someone your goal and they can tell somebody else without having telephone take place? It's a big piece, man. You can do that. It's a huge breakthrough. Next thing is, well, you doubt. The reason you can't shift in the execution age is you doubt. You doubt yourself, you doubt the world, you doubt reality. You have a ton of doubts. And while doubt it's a safety mechanism, right? It's something that's okay to have doubt. It can become toxic. Because when you doubt yourself, you don't execute. Because what if this might not work out? And what if I'm not supposed to be here? And it hinders your ability to actually express fully what you're capable of. That would give you proof of why you do belong, why you should be doing this, why it is going to be possible and successful. As an example, when I was playing in the NFL, my rookie year playing with the Buccaneers, I got on the squad. I was going through the process leading into the season, trying to make the team. And at one point, man, I doubted if I even belonged in the NFL, if I was good enough to be there. I wanted to quit at one point, quite literally. Like I called people like, hey, I'm coming home, man. I can't do this. This is just too hard. I don't want to do all this. I doubted myself. And in doing so, I was headed down a really dark path, a path that would have ruined my ability to have great success in life and end up being a quitter. And I'm so thankful that I caught the right people at the right time and they spoke the right words to stop me from trying to get out of there, because I was just like, I don't want to be here anymore, right? I doubted myself. And in taking the actions opposite, I proved to them and to me I did belong. And I was able to stick around for a couple of years. In fact, they had cut me a little bit later, it's the nature of the game, and called me back at a different time to have me come back. I was like, nah, I'm gonna stay with my current team. But that's the thing, is I doubted belonging there, and even after they cut me, which made me have even more doubt of belonging there, they wanted me back. And that's the reality. Life is this weird turmoil-ridden situation where you have to be the one that, in your own head and heart, you stop doubting yourself. Give yourself the confidence. Give yourself the push. And even if you have the doubt, act in opposite ways to create the proof that you do belong. It's a big piece of it, man. Number 3 is you're procrastinating. If you're wondering why you can't execute the execution age, well, you keep not doing stuff, man. Stop that. Like, stop stopping is the best way to say it. I find that for a lot of people, there's this I'll do it tomorrow mentality, right? I got all this time tomorrow, and tomorrow is this magical place where everything seems to get done, right? Oh, success in the future. It's this magical place. It's always going to be good. And you get to tomorrow and you go, I'm going to do it tomorrow. And it keeps on cycling that way. The workouts tomorrow, the actions tomorrow, the conversations tomorrow. And it feels special, but then nothing gets done in that magical future of yours, so you keep procrastinating. You keep pushing things off. And in doing this, you start actually creating proof that you are not capable. You can't get things done because, well, you have kept pushing things out. So some of the simplest things that for us need to be done is to eliminate procrastination. And what that looks like is taking bold, unconfident action. You're not going to always have the fullest confidence you want to do that thing, but you still have to do that thing. And if you can take the action and not procrastinate on it, well, now it's done. Now, it may not go as fast as you want. It may not be the best level you can ever do, but at least it got done. And done is better than not, right? So you have to move yourself even when you don't want to do it, and stop telling yourself it'll happen tomorrow. Number 4 reasons why you're struggling to get into the execution age is you're not inspired enough. There's not enough of a reason, the core of your heart, to keep moving. So what happens is you start moving towards something, and then you go, I don't want to do this anymore, and you pull away. You don't have an inspiration or drive. I battle this with my kids, man. My kids don't have what I call a death pit. A death pit is like a negative inspiration, meaning if I don't do this, I'm going to slide backwards and fall into this death pit. To avoid the death pit, I must do this thing. It's inspiration to not go backwards, right? Not enough of us have this. And so because of it, we're operating in ways that are lackluster. They're not pulling out all of our soul and effort and possible energy to do something. So we kind of go and we give half effort and we do it kind of a little bit, then we get half return or less than half return. And then we just, I don't feel like doing it, so we don't execute again. And it ends up being this thing where you slide back into procrastination, inaction. Why am I doing it? All because, well, you didn't have a big enough reason why. You weren't inspired enough in the moments that were necessary to move yourself into action. Now, if you don't know what this is, or you don't know what your inspiration is, dig. Find it. I promise if you dig deep enough into what's going on, you'll find some reason where you go, oh, that can happen? Yeah, I don't want that to happen. Let me go ahead and keep moving. And you'll have more inspiration to stay the course in the positive direction. But you got to find that. Or, flip side is, create something that will be so amazing when you get to it that you will be overwhelmed with how great it is, overwhelmed with joy and happiness, what I can do to support my family, make money. There's a lot of people, professional athletes, this is kind of a big thing, is like, I want to buy my mom a house and my dad this thing, right? That's inspiration to drive and move forward. Or I want to prove X, Y, and Z wrong. Or this is my mission, my purpose. There's an inspiration there. If you don't have that thing to latch onto, whether it's pushing you away from it or pulling you towards it, without inspiration, it's hard to execute. You'll fall out of the execution age quickly and stumble around for a lot of years. Find the inspiration somewhere. Then number 5, our last one is, will you give up way too soon? You try it, it ain't perfect. And so because it ain't perfect, well, you stop moving. And that's a recipe for disaster. See, for all of us, we're going to go down a pathway we've never gone before. We're going to try something that is out of our comfort zone, hasn't been done by us. We have no reason to believe we actually can do it well. And we do it, this certain thing, we're met with the reality, which is, well, you didn't do the greatest. And what you typically do is you give up. Whenever I was playing football for the first time, the first 2 years of football happened before high school and my freshman year of high school. And I actually was horrible. I wasn't a good football player back then. And I was like, I'm done with this, chalked it up. I quit. I quit pretty soon, right? And I am thankful that at one moment in time, some girl said some statement that woke me up out of my stoop, and I just kind of like my stupor. And I woke up and I go, this ain't gonna be my life. And I kept moving. And in doing so, changed the trajectory of my entire life. So I got to play in the NFL, then I get to use that stature of my life to create a life afterwards and speak and coach and talk and share businesses, all those things. But imagine if I'd have gave up and stayed in that pocket as soon as I did. A lot of people don't restart. I definitely gave up way too soon, and the proof is in my now past and then future of what was possible for me. So the reason you have not got to the point of living in the execution age is you stop executing. You give up far too soon. So because of that, the future you envision for yourself never gets realized. So if you want to transition out of the information age into the execution age, you got to get out of the point of seeking just information and thinking it's enough and start executing. And if you want to get in the point of executing, following these 5 steps, because these will help you break through. So those are your top 5 reasons why you are not in the execution age executing.